I think we do have a couple more seats here if anyone else wants to sit here. Whoops!
Hello everybody, welcome, and on behalf of Valerie and Creg, we wish to welcome you to witness their commitment to one another. We have the honor of being asked to join this couple as they undertake a new chapter as husband and wife.
It's their intention to enter into this next step and be united in marriage as one for the rest of their lives.
Buenas tardes, les damos la bienvenida de parte de Valerie y Creg. Estamos reunidos aquí en este vergel como testigos de su compromiso mutuo. Valerie y Creg desean iniciar una nueva etapa de su vida en común, uniéndose en matrimonio para pasar el resto de su vida juntos.
My name is Laura. I've been a friend of Valerie and Craig's, well, Craig only a year, with Valerie for a while, and I have the distinct honor of being asked to co-officiate their wedding.
Lo mismo, a Laura y a mí nos han honrado pedido que colaboráramos en esta hermosa ceremonia. Yo soy Andrés, un amigo de Marta y Guido y de sus hijas, de cuando ellos vivían hace unos años en Illinois. Valerie tenía apenas 6 añitos cuando la conocí y ya era la bella mujer dínamo que es ahora. Y que me da la alegría enorme de poder unirlos en matrimonio.
When we started talking about this a year ago, and after much thoughting and bugging them, I finally asked them, they wanted to write down what they thought about each other and what they love about each other. So I'm going to read that. Valerie says, things I love about Creg. He can always make me laugh, even when I'm in a horrible mood.
His sense of adventure, his willingness to try anything, even taking a tango lesson with me, his positive outlook on life, the way he can fix anything and figure out how to make things work, his love of nature, the moments that he makes me stop to look at a squirrel, a bird, or another cute animal that I would have otherwise missed.
The way he supports me in anything I try and encourages me when I want to give up. The fact that he is willing to help me bring my parents from the East Coast and settle here and helps them in so many ways. Most of all, his kindness and good heart. I'm so lucky to have Creg in my life. He makes me a better person. I waited almost 50 years for him, and I can't wait to spend the next 50 years with him. Things I love about Valerie, she is always willing to take time to enjoy each other. She does not sweat the small stuff that puts hers in perspective. She is an awesome cook and entertainer, even if it means inviting 200 of her closest friends to her own birthday. They were only 60, that's all right. Her adventuresome spirit, her taste in music, wine, and food, her taste in fashion, she can make an $8 dress look fantastic. Her love for her family, her willingness to stand for what she believes in, her sense of humor, and even if it's inappropriate. She has nice tools and knows how to use them. Well done, sir. Exchanging vows and rings are not only stating the couple's intention to be married, but legally necessary.
Al intercambiar alianzas y promesas, Ambos declaran su deseo de casarse y cumplen a la vez los requisitos legales.
Okay, Craig, please repeat after me. I take you, Valerie, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I take you, Valerie, to be my lawful wedded wife.
Before these witnesses and family,
Before these witnesses and family,
I vow to love you and care for you as long as we both shall live.
What?
I vow to love you and care for you
I promise to love you and care for you
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I take you with all your faults and strengths,
I take you with all your faults and strengths,
as I offer myself to you
as I offer myself to you
with all my faults and strengths.
with all my faults and strengths.
I will help you when you need help,
I will help you when you need help.
turn to you when I need help.
Turn to you when I need help.
I choose you to be the person with whom I spend the rest of my life.
I choose you to be the person who is the rest of my life.
Valerie, just repeat after me. I take you to be my lawfully wedded husband. I take you to be my lawfully wedded husband. Before these witnesses and family, I vow to love you and care for you as long as we both shall live. I vow to love you and care for you as long as we both shall live. She could do it. Sorry. I take you with all your faults and strengths,
Take you with all your faults and strengths,
as I offer myself to you
as I offer myself to you
with all my faults and strengths.
with all my faults and strengths.
I will help you when you need help,
I will help you when you need help.
turn to you when I need help.
Turn to you when I need help.
I choose you to be the person with whom I spend the rest of my life.
I choose you to be the person with whom I spend the rest of my life.
Craig. But
Ooh. That's a good word.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love to you.
as a symbol of my love to you.
Let it be a reminder
Let it be a reminder
that I'm always by your side
that I'm always by your side
and that I will always be a faithful partner.
and that I always be a faithful partner to you.
Te ofrezco este anillo
Te ofrezco este anillo
como símbolo de mi amor,
como símbolo de mi amor,
que seas el testimonio
que seas el testimonio
de que siempre estaré a tu lado
de que siempre estaré a tu lado
y de que seré tu fiel pareja. Seré tu fiel pareja.
seré tu fiel pareja.
Well, not yet. Right, by the power invested in us by the state of California and the family and friends, pronounce you husband and wife.
Por el poder cifrado en mí como ministro de Justicia de Life, por el Estado de California y por sus familias, los declaro esposo y esposa unidos en matrimonio. Valerie, ¿puedes besar a tu novio?
This part wasn't scripted.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Oh, is that Mr. Fee?
Yes.
Let's film it. Thank you.
Even though it wasn't my phone. Live.
Oh, wait, take this.
Okay, oh, there you go.
Oh,
Oh.
that's good.
Do not spill anything.
Like I always say, the drunker you are, the better I look. Good. So hello everybody.
Hi, Karen. Hello.
So I think we need to thank our hosts, Valerie's mom and dad. We have a fabulous property to play on. They've been gracious hosts. They've allowed a tremendous amount of yard work to occur and the studio to be finished so that they have a nice place to stay. But they actually ordered in this weather as well.
Good job on that.
So, in lieu of a best man speech, I am going to read our friends that was in Taiwan sent a nice note that I think is going to sum up along the same lines of what I would have done.
Microphone.
She would have been the chick of honor, best chick. So it starts out. A wedding is one of those sentimental give thanks for your blessings and say happy things events. And although any soiree thrown by the two of you is just too cool and celebratory to be sentimental, which is as it should be, I still feel compelled towards a little sap. So it starts with blessings. Creg, this is you. You have been and continue to be one of the greatest gifts in my life. You and I have seen each other through some significant highs and lows. At those lows, your, let's call it a man friend wisdom number one, quotes, may not today and maybe not tomorrow, but eventually it will be okay. End quote. Kept me focused on the eventual return of brighter days and lessons in letting go and taking steps towards those days. It continues to be a source of encouragement when life delivers a blow or drops an anvil or two, and one that I have passed on to many others. Don't worry, I always cite my source. So she's giving you credit every time. Exactly. As I take a moment in this life to live abroad and explore new parts of the world, I often invoke man friend wisdom number 2. Quote. You guys ready? Do something that scares you a little bit each day. End quote. I'm able to do so more readily because I feel a long tether connecting me to home where friends and family, and friends who are family, go about their own lives, but there is always a sense of a place to return to even if the wallpaper changes. I've learned to cling tightly to people like you who see the world through a similar lens and laugh at the same inappropriate things at inappropriate times. Thank you for giving me a sense of belonging to know that I am never alone, even when I am lonely, as I stumble down my path. As you know, I think that you are practically perfect in almost every way. I was certainly skeptical that anyone could ever be deserving of you, but there was a time that I didn't know there was a Val. Okay? Val, or lady friend, as I like to call you, you are a blessing that I am every bit as thankful for. The sense of the home place that I mentioned earlier manifests from you. The love you have for life and the people in your life. The quickness and earnest quality of your laughter. The beauty and attention to detail you surround yourself with and then open the doors to share with the rest of us. The happy, and let us just call it what it is, awesome life that you have built with man friend. It says MF in here. I filled it in. Your impeccable taste in wine and bringing together of many disparate and amazing people through your Epicurean calling and home table creating are all qualities that I would have adored and admired had I met you first or outside of Creg. Thank you for sharing your world with me and making me feel such a part of the life that you two have created. When y'all, I'm sure that this means something, the way she said that, first started to get serious, I told Creg, you can't just start dating someone and vanish, okay? Question, quotes, exclamation points. Don't be a bad friend. I believe I said. You have to tell her that you come with a liznell. Nizzle. Okay, in quotes. So I'm going to say that again. You have to tell her that you come with a lenizzle. As time passed by, that clearly became an unnecessary worry. I cannot imagine people better suited for each other. You have built the kind of relationship that influences and brings people together and expands all the harmony that exists between the two of you. In all honesty, you have the kind of partnership that give some of us that might be a tad more cynical than does us good hope. I look at you and I think, yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. That's the ticket. So thank you for that as well. If I could raise a glass or something red or a bottle of plenty, Piney. I would say perhaps truncated versions of this email, but the sentiment would be the same. I'm grateful for having each of you, and grateful that we have you. Let me leave this with you. All my love to you and all the happiness, and I think this is where we need to toast. Okay. All my love to you, all the happiness you so very much have earned and deserve as life happens, all in the coming days, hours, minutes, and always drive safe in the rain. Cheers. Signed, Lenizzle, your gizzle. So that I'd like to conclude this part of the toast with my appreciation of your relationship as well. I have seen the happiness in Creg that I've not seen shine in a long time. I feel like the relationship is on equal grounds. There's so much love that's passed back and forth. Again, I think we need to toast to the bride and groom. Cheers.
So I'm pretty excited to be the first chick, first best woman or what have you. I've never had this honor. Best chick, you like that? So I have known Valerie for over 10 years. Although it took almost 5 encounters for her to remember me. What was clear from the beginning is that she loves dancing salsa and tango. She loves traveling, enjoying fine wine and dine, entertaining and gardening. What was not so clear at first is how incredibly clear-minded she can be, and that her natural state is to be a homebody. My friend was not without words. In the beginning, I mistook her clear lack of interest in children as a dislike for them. So much so that much time went by before I dare introduce her to my own daughter for fear of their reaction. The other thing that Valerie fervently believed is that no man is worth crossing a bridge for. Remember that? And here we are, 4 years later, in case you haven't noticed, in San Rafael. Val and I spent... Gotta love that. Val and I spent a few very fun years as 2 single women in San Francisco, sharing our stories and taking our misadventures in stride. Through many life experiences, she has gradually revealed her enormous heart, and through this process, she has slowly transformed from being my partner in crime to the sister I do not have. Valerie is always generous with her friends, and year after year, she opens her home to many strangers without a second thought. Her Thanksgiving celebrations and tiki lounge parties are legendary. Many of you have been there. We've had some good times. She has also traveled with many of the women sitting here today. Val and I traveled together to Oaxaca in December of 2009, where she learned to make mole with some very good friends of ours. The following summer, I invited Val to an exclusive sit-down dinner in San Francisco called the Underground Chef to thank her for her invaluable help with my website. We met Creg that night, who was given the place of honor at the head of the table and sat between the two of us. I was there with other friends, but we took turns talking to him at dinner. Between courses, I did my detective work and quickly assessed he was available. When Valerie told me secretly that she was interested in Creg, but she thought he was taken, I immediately set the record straight and encouraged her to get his number. The rest is history. Since Val has been with Creg, with whom she shares a passion for good food and wine, I have noticed her becoming increasingly more homey, but more serene and more strategic. She was always very organized, but lately I have watched her set out a plan and simply execute it with equal parts German precision and Zen calm. One just has to look around this beautiful house where we are today and think about what it took for her parents to move here from Maryland and for Creg and Valerie to pack out their San Francisco home while changing jobs. Simply incredible. Valerie, who was never impressed by either nature nor sports, now mountain bikes. Valerie, who like me, did not like leaving the urban safety predicated by San Francisco's 49 square miles, or God forbid, venture into the suburbs for no specific reason, now lives in Marin. Valerie, who knew the salsa scene like no one I had ever met before, used to dance at least once a month or even once a week, but now I'm pretty sure does dances about once a year, more or less like I do. For Creg, it has been extremely important to find someone who believes in him and supports him, to follow his hobbies as well as his dreams. Val has restored his belief in the longevity and the institution of marriage. In many ways, Guido, Marta, Rosana, and Rafael have become his local family. It's very touching to see how comfortable he is in this little role, even when Valerie is not there. This proves that love is more powerful than language. It knows no boundaries and has the ability to transform people. Being in love makes it easier to deal with life's quotidian challenges and provides us a magical filter that makes the world seem even more beautiful. Val and Creg, may the two of you always cherish and nurture this special love that you have for each other. May you sustain that positive attitude, open communication, and the love for simple things that radiate from your union. May you persist in surrounding yourselves with family and friends, and continue to open up that circle to include all of us, lucky enough to be here. L'chaim, salud, cheers.
I'm supposed to have a speech, right?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're married. You know, when I get married, it makes me feel like singing a song.
Does it?
It does. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Anita, and when the sun is out, I got something I can laugh about. I feel good in a special way. I feel love.
Birds my feet and they touch the Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Beneath the shady tree. I love her and she's under me. She feels good. She knows she's looking fine.
Looking fine.
I'm so lucky knowing that she is mine.
Good day, sunshine. 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 Everybody. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine.
You guys are great.
It's, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you everybody for being here. So it's so cool to have people from the very first time that I ever met in my life when I was 5 years old. And Rosette came all the way from Canada. Everyone is I'm so blessed to have you all here and in my life. And Craig and I often said that if it weren't for the fact that my parents were here, we would just elope and skip all this. But I'm so glad we did it. Thanks everybody, and let's get rid of these tables and dance. If anyone else wants to say something before we do that.
Good day, sunshine again. Don't touch
Another round of good day, sunshine. Yeah. Thank you. Hi everyone, thanks for being here. I didn't write anything down, but I just wanted to say, when Valerie was born, my father took one look at her and said, "This one's different." And you know, he was right. I think that he probably understood that Valerie is not a trend follower, but a trend setter.
Oh yeah.
You know, we didn't always see eye to eye growing up, but I always felt very protective of her. And if anyone said or even hinted at saying anything negative about Valerie, I just definitely wanted to beat them up. I mean, I never did, but you know, thought about it. When I was too old to have a babysitter, but still felt frightened to be home alone at night, I would try to hide that from Valerie so she wouldn't get scared. And over the years, you know, I think we've found more things in common. You know, we both love dancing. It's just one thing. And I think we've also grown to appreciate the differences that we have. For instance, I could never have done all this as far as getting our parents here from Maryland. I know Sandra mentioned that that's really kind of a miracle that they're here, and that was thanks to Valerie. I mean, she was really the one who made it happen, and find this beautiful place and get them here, it's just truly amazing. And I know it's a great testament to what great partners Valerie and Creg are, that they got this all together and did this all for the wedding too, because you may not know how much work went into this, but they were working in the yard, working in that studio downstairs. There was other housework going on constantly for the last few months. Constantly. And of course, you know, the bigger thing is really just being here with our parents and taking care of them. And the fact that Creg would do this and
not just would do this, he's not doing it grudgingly, he enjoys it and he's doing it happily. That says a lot about Creg and about them as partners. So I couldn't be happier in my new brother-in-law, and I wish them both many, many years of happiness and the whole family, a lot of happiness here together. Come on, don't be shy. I know you all have a lot to say.
Where's Marion?
It doesn't have to be a big deal.
All right.
Come on.
I didn't plan anything, but I
don't.
just
Go on, get
I
up there.
didn't write anything down. Come on.
I can do it. You can do it.
Hi everyone, my name's Mary, and I'm trying to get through this without crying because I am a water bucket. But, so Valerie and I met kind of in an unusual way. You know how you meet people and they come into your life just to introduce you to another friend that you know you're going to be friends forever? That's how we met. There was this woman that introduced us, and now she's not in our life anymore. So the purpose of this person was to bring us together. And then the forces, God, whatever you call it, came together to bring us about 10 minutes away from each other. And so because we lived near each other, you know, I come home really late and tired, and Valerie's like, hey, come on over, I have dinner. I got a glass of wine. And through all the tears, because there were very many, I want to say, growing experiences, and through family, you know, sort of just, you know, how we go through death and births and life and everything, Valerie opened her home, her heart, and her wine bottle, and calmed me down on many nights. So, and then there was this guy. You know, suddenly I call her and she's like, yeah, well, Craig's here. I'm like, really? Who is this guy? So I was one of the lucky ones that got to meet him early on. And so we got to talk a little bit about this guy. And she's like, oh, okay, but you know him. And Craig, you were just wonderful throughout the whole time. I think the first time that I noticed you was when you made dinner. And you added to Valerie's dinner, you made dinner, she added to your dinner, something like that. And I thought, oh my God, Valerie's found somebody that's going to be a partner with her rather than somebody that she eats. Like me. So, and then just your, and then we started talking about your interest in sports, and your interest in climbing, and your interest in biking. And then for Valerie, you just, you know, your toolbox, yes, it's true about the toolbox. Somebody that has tools. And not only that, but because of you, we were not going to go to the bike shop to have our tire changed that time. We couldn't get into the Creg, so we went ahead and changed our own tire together and we went for a long bike ride. And then we bragged about it to Creg. So it's just like these little things that actually make up a life. And it's these little things that sort of confirm that you guys are really suited so well together. And in a certain way, I have a friend that is not as available in the single scene, but I have a new friend that I can lean on as well. So I'm so glad that you guys are together, and thank you so much for inviting me.
I'll say something.
The trees.
The trees have no tongue.
I need her for the boots. Craig is my boss. That is so not true. Do not lie. It's always a pleasure working with Craig. It really is. Very much like, you know, some of the vows, like he can bring you up out of a bad day, you know, no problem. But I thought of something funny that happened recently during, you know, the shopping of the, you know, the flowers, the wine, the everything, and it was Valerie that came in, and she was like, hey, just right around, and I'm like, yeah, I think he's in the back in 1 second. So I walked to the back into the wine room, and I was like, you know, Craig, Valerie's looking for you, and he was like, oh, just tell her to keep her pants on. So I walked out, and I was like, Valerie, Craig said keep her pants on. And she said, Amy, I'm not wearing any pants. She was actually wearing a beautiful dress. So, you know, I just, that kind of relationship, that kind of, you know, funny, haha, I think it's beautiful, and I think you look amazing.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Oh.
So, everybody's talking about Valerie. I'm going to talk about Creg. So, Creg and I go back a long way. 6th grade. 6th grade. Look, I knew that would get it really. So, this is how great Facebook is done. So, Creg and I were buddies. Yes, he skateboarded, he rode his bike, even in 6th grade, even in high school. He's the same guy he was then. Awesome. And we went to the 11th grade Baptist dance. So you got a dancer. He does dance. Kind of. But you're a good leader, so it'll work. And so about 4 years ago or so, a mutual friend of ours reconnected us on Facebook. And he's looking at there and he says, Yvonne, you're in Sandpoint. What is that? Sandpoint, Idaho. His mother's been in Sandpoint, Idaho for 20 years. So I had no idea, though, Valerie, that you were not a sports person. Because you did really well on that paddleboard last summer. I'm like, come on, it's Craig's birthday, you're in Sandpoint. Come and paddleboard with us. And she's like, okay. So when I really drug you out of the lake over that dock, that was not good, was it? So she did really well on the paddleboard. So I think you guys found the perfect match. I mean, it's amazing that, you know, you go through your life changes and all the things that you do in life. Creg and I, 6th grade, look at us, 40 years later, and it's amazing. So food and wine, wonderful. My husband and I into bikes and all that kind of stuff, and we reconnected when we got together as couples. So loved meeting you. Happy to see you again. So thank you for inviting us today. And the pig was awesome. You know, I was just sitting there thinking, you know, I think it's time to tell Valerie something I've never shared with you. I've only known Valerie since 2007, and really I've really come to her Thanksgivings and her parties, and I'm a friend of her sister. And but what you don't know is that in 2005, a really important tradition ended for Stephen and I. We had really good friends in the city, and they hosted Thanksgiving every year. And they were our closest friends. And the day after Thanksgiving, we were always invited for the post-Thanksgiving dinner afterwards. So, I mean, Thanksgiving is my favorite time of the year. So in 2005, the friendship came to an end, and it was heartbreaking. And so for 2 years, Thanksgiving was the saddest. And didn't even invite us to Thanksgiving. It's been 8 years now. And I just have never even thought to tell you how much it means, because Stephen and I do have a really warm, welcoming place to come for Thanksgiving, something to really look forward to, because it's not Christmas for us. It's not. Thanksgiving is like the only holiday that means anything to us, you know. I like to think of it as, you know, it's not like Christmas, it's not a big deal, it's just a big meal. But at your place, it's so much more than a big meal. It really is fun and look forward to it. And I just never told you that. It meant so much to have a place to come every year. So I want to wish you both decades of love, because I know what a good marriage is. And you can have that you can have that too. I feel that you will have that in you. So cheers again to
shy. Don't regret it. That you haven't, you know. I've been in situations where not, so I don't regret it. I am not a in front of the crowd. Now I am. I've known Valerie since college. So we go back 30 years. And we were roommates. And we used to skip school on Wednesday nights so we could watch Dynasty. Dynasty to escape our little. I had this English basement apartment with roaches and bars on the window and the prostitute shoes walking by, needles in the back. It was really gross. So we would escape Wednesday nights, escape our class, and watch Dynasty and just scream the big houses and the hot guys. And the pretty clothes. And now she's got the big house, the pretty clothes, and the hot guys. I'm just so fortunate to know you all these years and keeping in touch with you. I'm so happy to see you happy with me. Yes, I'm so happy with you. So, wishing you many happy years, lots of adventures, and lots of I can do it.
Hi, I'm Patricia. I've known Susan and Valerie for a long time. I've been both at the same party. And I just want to say that, yeah, I can remember that. It was a long time ago. So I barely remember. Susan had something to do with it. But anyway, so yeah. So Valerie and I used to go out salsa dancing and things like that together sometimes. And anyway, she meets Creg, and then she's biking. And I've been a biker. I mean, I love biking. I've been biking for years. So now, oh my God, Creg got her into biking. This is fabulous. Let's go cycling sometime. And then she moves out of the city. But still, we did. We took a ride together. It was really fun. So it was just really. I mean, I'm just so happy to see that Creg inspired this love of cycling in you and other things, and you guys just seem just like everything's just like so compatible. Just really nice, beautiful to see you so happy together. So many, many years of happiness and good health and adventures to you.
All right. Last call. Anyone else? Mom?
Mom.
Kissing, kisses.
I just want to say one more thing.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Those shoes are awesome.
So many people have been complimenting my dress tonight, and I just wanted to say huge, huge thank you to the man who made it. What? Valerie. I showed him a picture, and I said, "This is what I want," and he made this.
You're the only place it's going to look better, right?
Marilyn Monroe.
We all know.
Anyway, yes. That's all I just wanted to add.
Y'all know the answer to that. Happy. We're out of non-alcoholic drinks. Everybody has a drink.
movie or a TV show where like it's a baby monitor in a room that's on, and then the receiver's in another room, and a couple goes in there to like talk or do something, and everybody in the other room is hearing it. It's one of those premises where you're being overheard. You were dancing? You were up there dancing. Yeah. You ever part of Rosanna and Valerie's salsa nights out?
I'm Carrie.
Didn't the laptop hit me? No, it's the battery's
This is a video test. Video test.
So it's off now?
Yeah, I guess it's recording now. Yeah, you're right. So maybe it wasn't recording when I said it was. This is kind of a recording.
Okay.
Of
Yeah,
Shut it off.